So, episode 5 of Marvel's What If is Marvel Zombies. We got the episode finally. I remember there was like hints of it when the Marvel What If logo, I think one of the early teasers, we saw the zombie. One of my friends was like, "Hey, bro, they're going to do Marvel Zombies." I'm like, "Really?" And then I started looking into it, and it turns out there is an episode with Marvel Zombies, and this is the episode right here. Episode 5 of Marvel What If Zombies. And for those who don't know, Marvel Zombies is a really popular comic. I believe it started off as a graphic novel, and just them adapting this to even an animated TV series is a cool sort of huge, kind of homage to the comics as a tribute to the comics, and also a deep cut for hardcore fans and a fun time for those who are not hardcore fans who might just now be discovering Marvel Zombies. But was the episode good? The past 3 weeks have been fire. Past 3 weeks have been absolute fire. The Avengers episode with Hank Pym, the episode with T'Challa being Star-Lord, and that incredibly emotional Doctor Strange episode, man. Can they, with this, get on that level? And honestly, I'm not really looking for them to top that. I just want to be entertained. I just want to have a good time. Not every episode has to be emotional or thought provoking or interesting, as long as they're fun. That's the important thing, and as long as I find them fun. So the episode starts right at the beginning of Infinity War when Thanos beats up the Hulk and sends him to Earth, and he arrives on Earth, and then everything's different. Like, not totally different, but now we have a zombie problem. Thanos still shows up with his children, and they have the whole thing. Tony's there, the Avengers are there, but things go a very different route. Now, I'm going to assume you've already watched the episode. I want to recap the episode here, but I did want to tell you that I really did enjoy kind of what they did differently here, in that it was almost, this is what I like about What If. It's an alternate universe, so you get like some of the same fights, but they're different. Like here, it was the fight that they had like early on in Infinity War on the streets and everything, with Tony having nanotech and all that stuff. It's here, but it's different because now this time Bruce Banner's there, so it's not the same, and there's now zombies and everything's whacked out. We also find out that in this universe, Janet Van Dyne got a virus. It was different what happened. It was different than, like, it's vastly different, actually. It's not just like they pick up from the events of Infinity War. There were other things that change along the way. But then things get really wacky, because what happens is, I don't even know how to describe this. They go through this like very cartoonish sort of, like Spider-Man's on the roof, and like they have like the President Weirdo thing. Like that was, this episode really tried different things, and I appreciated it. Like I said before, I'm cool with the episodes being different. They don't have to be the same. I want them to try different things and to entertain me in different ways. You know what I mean? This episode was definitely not meant to be taken seriously, like the one about the Avengers and Hank Pym, and like the one about Doctor Strange, which was really emotional. This is much more just for fun. There's this fight in the church, and I really enjoyed that, or that cathedral, whatever it was. There were some jokes here and there too, like, yeah, it's not meant to be taken seriously at all. The voice acting was great here. Mark Ruffalo, Tom Holland, like everybody did a great job with their characters. I mean, they know their characters very well because they play them in the movies. So, like with all the other episodes of What If, this one also had quality voice acting, because they all do, right? They all do. Funny enough, in this version, Bucky actually gets the shield and becomes Captain America, which a lot of fans wanted. And Vision ends up having the real plan to resolve everything with the Mind Stone, and trying to use the Mind Stone to fix everything. So whoever wrote this episode really does know their stuff about Marvel. They really do know. It was good to hear Black Panther's voice again. Like, again, more of the stuff that Chadwick Boseman recorded before he passed away. I was wondering if that was the only episode he was in, but I guess not. Also, it was cool to see the Hulk versus the Scarlet Witch fight. I thought that was pretty cool to see that. I wish it had gone a bit longer, but, it's only a 30-minute episode. The Marvel zombie story could be its own show. You could do a whole, like, 8 episode season on Marvel Zombies if you really wanted to. And people would probably watch it. But I think it was probably better if they do it like this, because I think for the casual fan, they might just give up on it because of how much, like, it's just not your average fare when it comes to this. Seeing zombie Thanos at the end was cool. Like I said, this show has such Outer Limits vibes, yo. Like, even like when the Watcher does like the voiceover, it really feels like Outer Limits, and it pretty much is like Outer Limits. That's what it is. Tons of fun. I had fun watching this. Was it as good as the previous 3 episodes? Not to me, but it was still a lot of fun. They did something different, and it's something that I do appreciate. So far, What If has been knocking it out of the park. Will they continue? I certainly hope so. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I'll talk to y'all very soon.